Hey, what's up? We're TwentyOnePilots and you're watching Mosh Cam.
My mother got me one of the keyboard pianos when I was younger, and no one in my family really knows how to play music or even enjoys music that much. And so when she got it for me, I knew that she had just run out of ideas to get me something. And so was very confused by it, and just kind of put it in the closet and never really messed with it until maybe a couple years later. I was just bored one day and pulled it out, and it was one of those ones that if you hit play on it, it'll play a song for you. And I thought, you know, I think I can do that. I think I can play the song instead of making the robot play it for me. And so I just learned how to play it myself. It took me a very long time, and then I realized, you know, someone at one point created that thing out of nothing, and I wanted to do that myself, and then was hooked from then on. Chord progressions got me.
For me, I think it was just I used to walk to the local music store, and I would play their electronic drums that they have in there, and actually put on a set of headphones with my Walkman and like a CD playing in there, and then put on another set of headphones for the electronic drums and kind of like mix the volume so I could hear what I'm doing and play along with it. But I was terrible at it. But I remember the first time I got like a drum beat where I was doing different things with my different limbs. It took a while to get to that point, but once I finally got there, it was like I was kind of just like I want to do this forever. This is so fun, and there's so many things that I can like build off of here and do, you know, different fills, and it was endless for me. Kind of, you know, the same thing with Tyler. So that was, it became my addiction after that, and then I just played, and then I would play until the people at the music shop are like, hey, we got people that like want to buy these things, and be hours sitting out there, and you know. But I became friends with them later, so it was good.
This is gonna sound so weird. There's some like old video games that the soundtracks to them were so a part of my life. Like old Nintendo games, Super Nintendo. I mean, the Donkey Kong Country soundtrack was just like,
it's great.
It was life changing.
I just played that the other day.
You're playing it, you don't even realize that you're being like immersed in this. Basically, all our songs are about Donkey Kong. I don't know, it was a cool feeling because everyone that we'd been playing shows for, and all these people that we've been traveling around and trying to like show them what we're trying to do, they all showed up and let us know that they had our back. And so it was a really cool feeling knowing that it all happened. You know, they all came out and made us feel great. I don't know how to explain it.
It was weird. Yeah, it was a weird feeling. At the same time, this is just being totally candid with you. It's gonna sound bad, but when the first time we like hung out and talked about playing in a band, we were just like, let's just be the best. Like, let's be the best. So I think it's our goal to not really have a ceiling. So I think that the #1 on Billboard thing is kind of a landmark that we'll always remember. But now I think we're looking for the next landmark. It sounds really bad to say, but
No,
that's
I
just
think
being
that's great.
candid.
That's why you're my friend. My most surreal moment was one time in Mexico. We were playing a show, and Josh and I bow at the end of the show, and I had my arm around him, and we bowed, and he looked over at me and was like, "Dude, I'm about to crap my pants." That was like
that was like the pinnacle, I think.
That was a landmark.
That was a landmark
in our career.
That was a pants mark. Having a number of different people with different skill sets and different kind of backgrounds could be pretty beneficial for our recording process. And we would get together and be strategic about like, okay, well this producer, we have like this kind of like chunk of songs for this person and this kind of chunk of songs for this producer. I think it ended up working perfectly and kind of getting out of each producer exactly what we want and more, what we wanted and more. And so yeah, I think it worked out really well. At the same time, we were nervous just because it's hard enough to try and get our all of our songs together to sound cohesive and glued together. So usually the producer's the one to kind of do the gluing together, and having multiple is kind of a little bit scary. But I think we're also very intentional with them and very, vision oriented, and kind of shared with them exactly what we were trying to do, and ended up developing cool relationships with all of them.
Yeah, I mean, we're constantly growing and changing and trying to push ourselves, and we never really know what's going to be next. We randomly ran into a local show in Amsterdam one time and saw some guys playing some like real reggae music, and then that creeped into our songwriting and our style for a moment. And we don't claim to be perfect at any sort of genre or style, but we know what we like. I don't know, it does something. It's music. It's hard to explain, but there's really no guessing which direction we're gonna go. And we like that we've established the ability to feel that freedom from the beginning. So I'm glad we're not pigeonholed into a certain style of music.
Yeah.
Heavy Dirty Soul, first song on the record. My favorite.
My favorite would be I hit play on Heavy Dirty Soul and then just don't hit stop. So it goes all the way to number 14.
You're so full of yourself, man.
And I love all of it. To listen to, I think it's The Judge, actually.
You see people like pass out all the time, which honestly like concerns me. Makes me want to stop.
Happened the
go
other
over
night,
to 'em and
didn't
just,
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look dead when you pull them out.
Yeah, and you're like, wait a second, are you okay?
Hopefully that's okay.
There was a guy that punched a girl, like in the face.
Yep.
At a show once, and we did stop that.
We
song.
stopped the song and kicked them out. So that stuff happens. You gotta look out for one another. And then anything else? People dress really funny. Like especially festivals. You never know what you're gonna look out in the crowd and see.
Yeah. Or holding up like big signs of like our faces, like giant, and I'm just like, that's not what I want to be looking at right now.
We've tried to create a ritual. We've tried to do like most bands will do like a huddle and a chant, but with two guys in the band, it's just like a hug. So
It becomes awkward.
It doesn't really do it for us. It's not cool to watch. If you see like 6 dudes or girls or however many people are in the band huddling up and doing the chant, maybe like swaying back and forth, that's sweet.
Yeah, but for us,
Then if you look back behind the
we're
stage
dancing
before,
together.
we
Yeah,
just
like it's
a slow dance. Josh will lead me. I'll always
throw
be
on
the girl.
some Frank Sinatra and
Yeah.
slow dance, I guess.
One of the festivals we haven't played is Glastonbury, which we'd like to at some point.
Yeah.
But if not, then that's okay.
Then that's fine.
We'll
too.
start our own festival. Call it
Barkaroo.
Joshtonbury. There you go.
And everyone will want to play there.
Yep.
And those
Then
people
it'll be in
that-
your bedroom.
Yeah. It's gonna be amazing.
We'll invite 15 people. It'll be an awesome festival.
Move the bed out of the way. Get one speaker. Not.
Ice cream? I don't know. I've actually never been hungover before, so I'm not sure exactly how to cure it. But I'm sure that some sweating, some running, some exercise.
Yeah, running, jumping a lot.
Yeah, trampolines. If you could just find a trampoline and jump a bunch and maybe do some flips and stuff.